Hello, everyone. This is your good friend Steve. The collection you are about to see is a 23-minute segue of clips from April all the way until June. I'm actually recording this little intro thing on June 30th. Tomorrow is already July, which is kind of insane. And I was thinking there like, oh, I think I have something to do today, which is record this. So stay tuned for quite a collage of different videos and different people, and kind of go into like what was shown where in a future video. So I'll make an update video about what's going on. So enjoy our little collage, and I'll see you guys later. Bye. I swear that this is playing a joke on me or something, and I don't know why you think it's funny, world, but this is not what I was hoping for. It's April 16th, 2020, and this is the weather out right now. What the actual fuck? Like, seriously, this is ridiculous. It's full snow. Blue skies and snow. I was expecting that. I guess the other update is when growing plants. And a farmer's day. So, these are sunflowers. Pretty big. I grew them directly from seeds. And my proof is that here's the seed that popped out of. See? It's a seed. But I get to start this day, I guess. What's up, guys? Today is Monday, May 18th, I believe, and I figured I'd get outside real quick. As you can see,
It's a bit cloudy. It's starting to rain a little bit. Figured I'd use a GoPro because it does a really good job with getting wide angle shots, I guess. And I figured I can get a better visual shot and from this different angle. As you can see, I'm working on removing everything. Looks like it's a balloon in there, but this is the pumpkin farm. I've showed this plenty of times before. This year I've decided to completely scrap and start from scratch this entire thing. I will be taking all this down over here, and then I will be moving this stuff out, and then eventually I will be putting back the fencing once I need to, once they start to grow. Basically, I'm waiting for all the deer to eat all this stuff, so this way I can replant what I want to, because there's a bunch of grass here that I want to get rid of. And also to prove a point to my family, who's convinced that the deer do not eat the pumpkin leaves, and I'm convinced that they do. So I'm going to start with a small little set of pumpkin seedlings. I'm going to plant them in the ground and prove that, from what I think, deer do eat the pumpkins, and I do eat the pumpkin seeds, and they do eat the pumpkin plants. So I'm going to plant them to prove a point that they do eat them, and then I'll put the fence back up when I'm done with everything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put like a base layer here, and look, there's deer. If you can see the deer, they're just running over there. And they love to hang out over here, and they love this little area. So I'm going to put a little base layer of this type of fencing just over the plant. This way it can actually grow into something. I might use some of these chain link vents and maybe like put some like stakes or spokes out here. This way it can kind of follow the area. So that being said, I'm going to be working on this for a little bit, and then it's going to start raining, and I'll probably just end up watching a movie or TV show for today. Really boring Monday, but yeah, it is what it is. I'm done with school, and I'm going to be finding something to do. What that is, that something, I really don't know. I honestly don't know yet. But we will find out something to do, and I'll catch you guys later.
Hi guys, and welcome back to, I think, like, I guess we're back into, like, a room update. I know that sounds weird, but I actually haven't showed you guys what I've been doing with my room. And this entire month of June has been kind of avoided. Today is, as I check my watch, today is Monday, June 15th. We are literally halfway through June. And I haven't recorded zero. I might have recorded a few things, but mostly zero of June. Zero of it. I haven't had I had like completely forgot to pick up the camera and just do something. So here I am. I got a haircut. I'm so excited that I finally got a haircut. I'm also wearing my Apple Watch. What happened to May? We like switched like mirrorless, like there. Right there. We're switching, and now we're in a completely new month. And what I realized is I'm sitting here going, oh, I can watch some TV, I can hang out, and I realized, stupid Steve, I didn't even show you my TV. So I'm about to do a room setup tour. And I've already shown this on previous recordings. The intro recording after me coming back for a long period of time, my TV was in there along with my stereo. And I used those and they were there and I didn't talk about them and talk about the purpose of them and why they were there. So, if you don't know, I've talked about this on the podcast, so if you haven't checked out the podcast, please do. You know, I talk about it a lot. You know. And there's great things like, you know, merch. I caught it. Look at that. There's the little coffee talks, and then you got the little retro. Let's see if we can do this. Nope. There's new merch. I should have just done this. New coffee talks. Merch. It's out. It's awesome. And I definitely recommend you getting some. That was not how it was supposed to go. It was supposed to just dangle on the side. But it didn't, and that's fine. So, nothing in the back over here has changed. Nothing back here has really changed except for I put that thing there, so that is there right now. But, if we pan over here, I have a TV now. Now, this is, working because it's not just a TV. So I pulled this TV out of the basement and I was like, I really want a TV in my room and I really want to have it. So I'm like, I want a TV. I'm going to bring it up in my room and figure out some way to cast something onto the TV so I can watch some TV. Now I have Spotify, I have Hulu, I have, I think, Netflix, and I have Disney Plus. So I'm like, I have all these things on my phone. My phone is great, but it's really small. So I'm like, I want to relax, watch TV from my comfy pillow right there. What am I going to do? So here's what I did. I made a TV setup. Now, here's how this works. First of all, we started with a TV. And we started off small and we were like, okay, we have this TV. I can play some Wii games. I actually have my GameCube, my Wii actually works for this too, so I can set up my Wii and I can play games from the Wii that I haven't played in a long time. But it only had these 3 ports here. It only had the RCA, the 3 RCA cables. So I'm like, how am I going to plug in something so I can watch TV? So I bought a few cables online and those didn't work out too well. And I tried a few other things. I'm like, alright, I gotta figure something out. But after a while, I bought this little device here. So this is what I use to connect my TV here through RCA cables running down here to plugged into here. Now this is an HDMI to RCA output converter. And this, what is called the Google Chromecast. Now, if you don't know what a Google Chromecast is, a lot of you probably have Amazon Fire Sticks. If you don't, basically that's the same thing as an Amazon Fire Stick. It converts video formats into an HDMI by just plugging into your TV. So you plug in
This has a little HDMI port over here that I connect to either this or you connect to a TV. And you throw it on there and it works great. But this TV didn't have that. This TV had the RCA cable, so that's why I use RCA. Now, the stereo here, I actually bought this table recently. So this table was not originally here, but I did end up buying this table. Now this is my stereo setup. Originally I had a little box stereo over there, but I ended up getting rid of it and bringing it downstairs because my dad gave me this. And so I set this thing up. It was stacked here. It looked ugly. I was like, I gotta figure out something else. And it literally, so that is snug right there. And that right here. See how it lines up like there? And you can't fit anything in there. So it literally fit snug right there. So it looked perfect. And so I had the boom box here. You got this TV up here. What's cool is I can actually play a podcast through here. And then over here, as I'm still waiting for Battlefront 2 to download, I have a little Google Home. And then all I gotta say is, hey Google, play Absolute Adventure podcast on Spotify.
I looked for Absolute Adventure on Spotify, but it either isn't available or can't be played right now.
Oh, god damn it. This is like the biggest smack in the face I've ever felt. Let me pull out my phone and look for the Spotify podcast. Oh, I think I didn't say podcast. Hey Google, play the Absolute Adventure podcast on Spotify.
I looked for Absolute Adventure on Spotify, but it either isn't available or can't be played right now.
Hey Google, play podcast Absolute Adventure.
Should I still play that on Steven's Room TV?
Yes.
Sure, playing Absolute Adventure. Tech Talk on Steven's Room TV.
Oh, it worked! Yes!
Whoa, what the fuck? The Pyco just hit that tree.
So this is my own podcast, which I've been playing with, I've been recording with Justin. So now all I gotta do, I have this plugged into the back, and I turn that on, and I plug it into the TV.
Oh, I got excited from that, you jerk. I know, I should have let that go.
And this is the intro song, and it's awesome. And I can use this to play music. Obviously, I'm not playing music right now because it's extremely copyrighted, but that's something cool I can do, or I can just listen to it through my my TV. Hey Google, stop. And then I just command it, and then it'll turn off and switch to the camera mode, and I can play Hulu, I can play a lot of different things on here, and I literally can sit here and control volume, I can sit at the chair, I can sit on my bed, and it is the laziest way to watch TV, but I love it. So, with that being said, that was my little update TV room thing. I know a lot of people have the only problem is, I don't have a remote, so I literally have to get up and turn off the TV. But that's a minor thing. It's not a problem for me. And then I kind of just hang out. And it's really cool. So that's my little room update. I don't really have anything else to talk about other than that. So I hope you enjoyed the little room update. I mean, the only other thing is I bought this, which is more bands for my iWatch. So it's like a black and red. I really enjoy. So I've been like, I really like the black and red colors. Like I've had it in paintings and stuff, and I know it's like a lot of it was based off of Bowser's colors, because that's where his colors when we played like Grand Theft Auto and stuff. And I really, I mean, there are a few things I have owned have like my traditional Lord Pick Steve colors, which I don't know if you know this, but I've switched my my profile picture around, so that's something. She's just licking their butt. That's gross. Alright, she's bored. But outside I guess I'm letting Lily outside too. Anyways, I'm not sure if you remember, but I had sunflowers growing. And they're really tall. So this is a grill right next to it, and they are pretty much literally as tall as the grill. And then if you unfold this, that, my friends, is a flower. And that flower will be coming in soon. I had two. I had three of them. This one actually snapped in the wind. So that kind of sucks. I should record outside more. It's so nice out. But this garden is getting slowly in process. It's been really dry weather lately, so this is like the first period of time where the weather is actually quite nice. That's about it. I really don't have any other updates for June. So I hope I'll keep track of the updates that are happening as they do and get my camera going, rather than having to sit here for a 12-minute video on just what's going on in June. Smart Steve, let's do it. Future Steve, remember, thank you.